Hi guys, today on Container Talk we'll be changing the disc brakes. Come. These brakes have seen better days. As you can exhibit A, see here. So I'll run you through the process of how to remove it safely and get you on the road again. Alright guys, let's talk about a couple of things you're going to need for this job. For starters, you're going to need to go to Bunnings or anywhere you want to go and get yourself an impact screwdriver set. Now, originally these are $30, but because it was opened before, the guy cleared it down to $20. And this is what it looks like, guys. So it's got a couple of pieces here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And how it works is you hold it against the thing that you need and you hit it with a hammer. Now I've got a low blow hammer. These have a weight inside. You can see if that gets clear. Anyways, they have a weight inside and you hit it against that. And what it does, it shocks it and it turns what you need to turn. I'll show you in the next video. The important part of this is this adapter takes off and becomes a 1/2 inch. So the torque screw you're going to need for this job is a T40. Yep, T40. You're going to need a T40 for this job. Right, like so. And that's how it will look. I'll show you later on. You're going to need a file to clean everything. These are optional. This is optional. You're going to need some safety glasses. You're going to need brake cleaner. You're going to need brake silicone, and you're going to just those stubborn things that you can't get off, you're going to need some WD-40, or as I like to call UB-40. You're going to need this for BMW special lock. You're going to need a breaker bar, pliers, not optional, but I got an impact wrench. You're going to need some gloves, a light just in case, and yeah guys, other than that, you need a jack stand if you're doing one side at a time. You're going to need a jack. And yeah, not much to it, but let's get to it. Aha! Look what we have here. The tire is cooked. And today we're going to kebab it. That's right, I said it, kebab it. Why? Because I'm wearing black gloves. Jackie. Once again, guys, optional. You can get one of these. Or, like what Spanian does, get a brick, put a brick under the front tire, and it will stop it because I've got the handbrake released, so I can actually move it, you know what I mean? Now that we have the car successfully off the ground, and we got our stopper over there, what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to get under it with the jack there. We're going to have to find a point where we can see it's solid. So, let's have a look, eh? Alright, where is it solid? That's not solid. That's pretty solid. So, we're going to put this. Okay, as you can see, the jack stand is secured in this pinch point beautifully. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a push test. We're just going to push the car. And to do the push test, guys, you've guessed it. You push the car, it's not going anywhere. Give the tire a bit. So you're wearing safety shoes. I'd have to pull out the old UB-40. There we go, guys. So another thing you can do to make it extra safe, put the tire underneath your car, rims facing up, not down, because you don't want to scratch these beautiful rims. So we'll do that now. And just like that, this is what we got to work with. So we'll take this retaining clip off. Usually you can pry it like so. Just like that. Pry it away. Guys, then you got this clip. Very easy to install, reinstall. See these two crevices? They go into those caliper. Alright guys, we're gonna give it an inspection. See what needs to be removed. Alright. So it looks like we have to remove this speed sensor. Might have to take the caliper off first. Okay, so what do we need? We need to remove these caps. So there's two caps here. They look like this. Slide, sorry. Alright guys, so you need a T45 for these. You need T45 for these. Right, and what you need to do is righty tighty, lefty loosey. That's 2. Guys, I was just thinking to myself, this is quite a clean BMW. There's no oil leaks in the back of the car. Anyways, guys, I just want to show you, this is the slide pin. So don't be fooled by the rocks that I've got. I'm still Jenny from the blocks, mate. Look at that. Call me the Godfather because say hello to my little brother. Nice and easy. Easy out. What you're gonna do, we're gonna sit the pry bar in there and essentially pry the caliper out safely. Obviously, everything is done safely. Right. Remember that sensor? Okay. Okay, guys, just take note that that sensor is actually okay. So let's have a look to see what's up with this sensor. I don't know if you can see that, but as this wears down, it will tell you on the dash that your brake pads are worn down. So what we're going to need to do, we'll probably replace that sensor. If I have a look at that, guys. Yep, that's cooked it. We're going to compress the cylinder. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to put this back in like so. Then we're going to grab our G-clamp. Some people say that you undo the bleed nipple so the air comes out. I don't do that. I undo the master cylinder on the brake so the fluid can actually escape. I just undo it a bit. Okay guys, so once your G-clamp's in place, go to the front and undo the reservoir. Look at that beautiful M57. You undo this. Remember, put it back on. Make sure what will happen is the fluid will get pushed out into here and this will rise. So what I'll do, I'll use the G-clamp, I'll push it and you'll see the level will be a bit higher. See how it's on See how max is here? Actually it's low. We'll see what it is when I push it. Remember, that's only one side. The other side needs to be pushed as well, so bring it up. So we got a G-clamp, pushing the cylinder in, using the old pads. Alright guys, now that the piston's been pushed out, what we'll do, we'll take this out. Get to the side. Yeah, so if you can see here, the piston's been pushed in flush. This string's holding it tight. Let's go to the front. Alright, let's see what's behind here, eh? Because if this is where the sensor is, see this box? I don't know if you can see that properly, but that's where the sensors go to. Now from top, like so, and that's what you're left with. So see that blue thing, and that's going to your speed sensor. That's how you change it. Alright, so I'm going to do that. They just slide out like that. It comes out like that. So that's how they come out. These are the connections you put back in and put back in the case. Now we'll follow it up the top. See guys, it's just clips. See, they're just clips. You can just pry it from the inside. See that? You just pry it like that, and then pry it like this. So we got one pry here. See that? So guys, there's 3 clips. There's 1, 2, and 1 underneath there. You need a pry. Just to be clear, one sensor is for your brake pads. It will tell you when your brake pads are low. The other sensor is for the speed sensor, and that will be the blue. The blue is for your speed sensor, so you need to plug them all back in and go from there. Okay guys, now that the sensor is out of the way, next thing we'll do, give this a bit more attention, take the caliper bracket off. We are dealing with 2 bolts. Once again, if it's not budging, grab yourself some WD UB40, give it a little squirt, not in your eyes. So once you got the 2 16mm bolts out, or 5/8, you got the crowfoot spanner, you're going to pull off your housing. Now you're going to give this a clean because built up all brake dust and whatnot, so you get a bit of, not a file, just a brush. Guys, a brush like this will be perfect. If you have the but a brush will work just fine. Give it a nice clean, get all that dust off. This is quite an important part. Look at that. It's important to clean because when we grease up all the slides, yeah, it's just important. Alright guys, so once that's done, what you're going to need to do, you're going to need to set this up. See that? Like so. Like so. Guys, because I'm not going to use this, I'm just going to get the next persuader. And you see how the sockets are here? These bolts, I put it there so it doesn't fall on me. Okay, let's have a look at the shoes. The shoes are actually quite good. What you want to do is quickly clean the hub, right? You can do that trick again. You can put these bolts in to move the hub where you want it to move. So you can clean it nicely, you know, remove it if you need to. Alright guys, now that you've cleaned the surface, we will be putting some anti-seize. It's basically grease. It's like a rubber silicone grease. So we're going to put it around here. So we just put some grease on a finger. And this is like an anti-seize, so it stops it from rust. Put in the bolts. You're gonna put it on. Now you're gonna make sure the holes line up. The next person, or if I do my brakes again, just put it on there. Put it in there, like that. Once you get the first one started, guys, the rest will be easy. Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Alright guys, so next thing is to put the brake pad back in. Alright, I'm going to put the brake back in with the sensor. My helper in the back's playing with my tools. It's alright. You've got to have a helper. Might as well teach them young. Right, you're going to release your little tension strap that you got. Keep it for the next side. And you're going to put your caliper in. And then you put your brake in like so. Put the slides back in. So just from the behind here. The slides are here. So we'll put some anti-seize on it. Put it back in, and we'll put that retaining clip back in. Once again, guys, put some anti-seize on the bolts on both the sliders. Put this in the back of the caliper, like so. Now I just want to talk about this retaining clip for a minute. Now I don't know if you can see it, but there's a hook. Alright. So what you want to do is you want to put these two in there and try and push these hooks. See these little hooks? Push these hooks in the hole. You don't want to do it like this, right? Because that's not going to do anything. Yeah, so you wanna have two hands when you're doing it, just like that, guys. See how it's in there? It's not coming out. That's how you want it. Obviously, when I push the brakes, it will compress the cylinder in, and yeah. But that's the idea, guys. Check this. Make sure it's on. Yeah, that's on. That's on. This can go there, like that. And just like that, guys, this job is done. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share.